I did a short film one time, and they did that before everything, and it was weird because it was like not good, you know. You know when you're doing something bad and they still take it seriously.
Yeah.
And they're like, dude, just like turn on the camera and we'll pretend, you know.
There's nothing worse than when you are working on a bad project and like 30 minutes and you're like, we have to finish this.
Yeah.
We have to do the whole thing. This fucking sucks.
You can't
man.
just go home.
Yeah. As much as you would like to.
It was rough too. It was like we started in the summer, took a break, came back in the fall, so we had to pretend it was still summer while it was like 40 degrees out. It was tough.
Everybody
It was a
looks
bad
different.
thing. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I love long breaks in the middle of shoots. Those always go well.
One time I was shooting a student film, and there was a guy in the short, and he had a beard one day, and then the next day he showed up and he had shaved his entire beard. So you're just watching the movie. He'll be in the same scene. He'll have a beard in one shot, no beard in the next one.
Oh, that's
Was it
awesome.
filmed in kind of, because you could fix that. You could just have him like go, like you could just like dub in the sounds of like a electric shaver in the bathroom or something.
Yeah, true. Well, it was like within scenes and stuff.
Oh my God.
It's like we were fucked.
I mean, if you're cool, if you're cool, it doesn't matter. Like that happens in Taxi Driver.
Oh,
His
yeah?
his hair just like changes.
Did
like,
you know that as a bald cap?
in Taxi Driver?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so yes, that part. But he's got shaggy hair in the middle of the movie, and then like something was out of sequence, so then he has like not the bald, but like the buzz cut, and then his shaggy hair comes back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that around like the town hall? I think I remember when
Yeah.
that happens. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's like, what if you're cool, nobody notices.
Exactly.
You know, you can fucking lose
He's
your
like,
beard.
you guys can just
Fuck
fix it in
continuity,
post.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's shooting stuff is so. Yeah. Ben, have you? I know you're in school for film. Have you shot stuff?
Yeah, I've done. I mean, I'm doing a. We have like a project. We're filming a little short thing on like an actual set with nice cameras at the end of this semester for my directing one class.
Hell yes.
Go.
But I'm trying to do some shit this summer too. Like I have a couple ideas for shit that we could just like do locally.
Yo, can we come see your student? Is there gonna be like a screening? Can we come attend?
Maybe. Oh, you guys could also come. I need actors.
Yeah, ask me. Just ask me anytime you want that.
Yeah, you wanna act?
Yes.
D1. Zach, also you wanna act or DP? I need a DP
Hell
as
yeah,
well.
dude. Sure.
I was gonna. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I need all the penetration. But
Hell yeah.
yeah, I got permission from my job to use that as a location too.
Oh, you're gonna film in a restaurant?
Well, I just think it's a good. I think location is so like pivotal to. My thing that I hate is every student film where it's just like, there's things that you can tell students made this. One is that all the characters are always in their early 20s. And
Yeah.
It's like, that's no story ever. Or like a wall, like just all this blank drywall, like terrible set design.
It's awful.
And I think that people, like skimp out on that shit. But I'm trying to find like good locations. I mean, the restaurant I work at is connected to a nightclub too, that I can also same owner, so I can use that as a
Which
location.
nightclub?
Deadbolt.
Okay. All right. Because I was thinking of the Pink Squirrel.
Pink Squirrel is also connected. That's that's like
Pink
so
Squirrel that's a wild fuck. We were in there. I told you I don't think anybody in here can do a push up. It's like
yeah. Deadbolt is the opposite.
okay.
Deadbolt is like literally. There's like so much security. They're all like they were like offensive linemen in college. These like just giant fucking dudes.
What's Pink Squirrel? Is it like?
It's a pop-up bar. That's yeah.
Yeah, they got like milkshakes and like rainbow stickers all over the place, and there's
Bowling
There's
and
a
shit.
little bit of bowling in the back, which is kind of cool, but it is.
They changed it around though. They did like a tinsel town for Christmas. Fucking I don't know. Everything in there is so expensive.
Dude, there was an awesome nightclub in.
I shouldn't talk shit about the place that I work for.
You're not. I don't think you're talking shit. They know.
Yeah.
I'm talking shit.
Yeah.
It's all right.
There was an awesome nightclub in Glendale when I lived in California called the Electric Pussycat.
Nice.
I never knew what it was till one night I went in. Me and a couple other comics went in. Austin Powers themed nightclub,
Wow.
and they had like topless women like dancing in cages, looking like fembots, and then like every hour like a dead on Austin Powers impersonator comes out and with like a conga line of women and like goes around the club. It was awesome. It was
good.
very fun.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
But honestly, Pink Squirrel, that was their theme is Austin Powers. You couldn't really tell because
Really?
it was like girls who were like Austin Power, but it was really just pink streamers and shit everywhere, and they had a mannequin dressed as Austin Powers.
And like a couple British flags.
But yeah, but there was also what I did like they had these like light up letters on the top of the bar where it was like high up. You don't really notice it at first, but it just says anal really big. I thought that was cool.
All right, cool.
That is cool.
That's awesome.
That's the kind of.
It's always weird when a place
production
like
design.
that. It's not like a. There's not like strippers there, right? It's just a nightclub.
I mean, they're strippers working their other job.
Right, I see. Right.
Yeah.
It's always cool when a place that's like not an establishment, like a strip joint, just has like anal sex like as a decoration.
Yeah, dude.
That's nice.
Yeah. So, but I think we can honestly, like, I have a couple ideas for just if you guys are down to try and make something this summer.
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, we will. We'll work on
Yeah.
something. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. We missed a week. How you guys been since I haven't seen you?
Been good, dude.
Been good?
Thinking about you every day.
Thank you. Thanks, man. That's nice.
No, I'm glad to be back though. I do miss this now that we.
No,
I mean,
that's a
at this
regular
point, it's
thing.
like we have 20 consistent viewers, so this is really just for us.
Yeah.
And I need it.
Yeah. No, it was nice. I had to. My cat died. Well, we put her down.
Oh, that's
Oh, I'm
right.
sorry.
Yeah. Oh
Sorry.
no, it's good. It's better than if she was like still here with just a giant tumor on her face.
Yeah.
But it was tough. I had cry. Oh man, I have not cried in like years. It's the only thing. I do wonder if my girlfriend was upset that like she like watched me like cry more over my cat than I think I have over any fight we've ever had. I hope that's like I'm just because I don't know. I was really trying to like hold it together too. Like I do not want to be a man who cries.
Yeah.
But dude, it fucking destroyed me.
Dude, doesn't it feel good though? It feels so good when
No.
you finally have it.
no.
You didn't like it?
Dude, I love crying.
Dude,
No.
when you break down the wall, something has to die for it to happen.
The day the
It's
pussy
not-
died.
It's yeah, hot riff. Fuck it.
I loved her more than anything in this world. Thank you so much, dude.
No, I feel like that catharsis from crying only if I'm by myself.
Interesting.
It's got to just be like me and God, you know?
Yeah, I didn't like that. I was like that. There were just like two ladies watching me. I mean, my girlfriend was crying too, obviously. But it's
Sure.
like the vet was there. I was like, I don't want to cry in front of the vet, dude. But I could not stop crying. It
Don't
was
cry in
insane.
front of the Mexicans.
Really, I mean, she was a listen. We would not. We weren't even gonna gamble with that. Okay, we got a white vet. We got a good Midwest vet. You know,
Yeah.
but
Well, I'm sorry. So last week your cat was sick and you were.
we put her down last
Okay.
week. Yeah, we had it scheduled. But,
Okay.
She had a cold.
She was 4 months old.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
no.
How old is she?
She was we think she was somewhere between like 17 and 20.
Oh damn, good life.
Yeah, you're a
Long.
bitch for crying. I'm just kidding.
yeah,
No,
it's
dude.
good.
I think when Quincy dies, I'm gonna skip some stages of grief and just like go on a rampage. I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to handle it.
Yeah.
You know what I
okay.
mean? Because I feel like I haven't kept any of the walls up. You know, like I haven't kept any emotional distance. Been like, oh, you know, you're not gonna live forever, whatever. I just fully. I'm like, no, this. I'm gonna wake up every day with
Yeah.
this giant, you know.
Yeah, with a Great Dane. Yeah, famous dogs that famously
Live super long.
live super long.
She's gonna live long. Okay.
She is gonna live long. She's a good dog. She's healthy.
She's gonna make it
But
past 10.
if she
at
goes,
least.
I believe you. I fully. If you love an animal long enough, you'd be amazed how long.
I
they
will
can live.
RoboCop her if it comes to
Yeah.
it, dude.
I mean, also just like taxidermy is totally a viable option.
Dude, could you imagine if we just had a taxidermy? Quincy?
no, it's like no.
Well, no, I honestly, I'm down. Let's do it. But yeah, no, me and Lily talked about it. Like, we're definitely not moving out until after Quincy's gone. Because you're gonna react like somebody cut your leg off.
Yeah.
It's not gonna go over good.
Yeah.
No, I'll be okay.
No, Quincy's.
All right.
Quincy, you're good, dude.
It's easy to say. I mean, it's years down the road.
It's far away, but
Yeah.
yeah, you know, I don't know. I've seen you like lose it over people cutting you in line at McDonald's, so I can't imagine what this will look like. You know.
Yeah, I had to,
Start crying in McDonald's.
I had to take my cat to the emergency room like since I had her like 3 times because like she would get into all this stuff that like almost killed her.
Yeah.
And every time I dropped her off, it was like, all right, well, if I get a bad phone call, I'm jumping off the 10 freeway.
Yeah.
You know.
It's tough, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking actually now when she almost died when I drove her across
Yeah.
the country to get here, I was a mess, dude. I was
For
fucking.
sure.
But I was also in Mitchell, South Dakota, which is in my a cursed city in my head now.
You can't cry about dogs in South Dakota.
Dude, I did. I fucking those vets or whatever just saw me like at my worst. But that whole fucking city smells like horse shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think you told us that.
I also had vertigo for all of that.
Yeah, you're a crazy guy, man. You're awesome.
All right, this is a thing that I still think Ben won't cop to. I kept telling him he needed to drink water, and he kept saying, I don't know what the big deal is. I'm drinking a ton of Gatorade, and I'm eating a bunch of crackers, and I still don't feel better.
Dude, Gatorade is like 90% water.
And then 10% salt.
Salt and sugar and like...
Electrolytes.
Yeah,
I gave Quincy. I poured Gatorade into her water bowl.
No.
Well, I only did it the once because she needed something to drink and I didn't have anything else. So we were
How
in
do
the
you
middle
not
of a road trip.
have water? Dude, water is like, Ben, you should drink water while it's still a human right. Like, it will not be as abundant as it is
Before
right now.
Nestle owns it all.
Yeah, well, I think also you see this thing like they just ruled it like the amount of raw sewage that's allowed, and it was like what the Supreme Court just ruled today.
It's 5-4.
Yeah, they're getting more lax on how much raw sewage is allowed in like public drinking
How much
water.
are they letting in?
haven't seen the exact details
Yeah,
yet.
it's a good amount, you
It's
know?
to be seen because now it's gonna like come down to like the whatever. I think as from what I understand is like. It's going to be more left up to like the EPA. I don't like. There's not.
How does that happen? How do you get to a point where you have clean water and you're like, let's put a little bit more shit?
Because I think
you already got it clean.
I think that the ruling applies to more than just like water regulation. Like, so it essentially what it means is like more freedom for like businesses to like operate how they want to. And a byproduct of that will be raw sewage and water.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do. They're going to be like, all right, we're going to forgive student loans, but on the bottom in the fine print.
Yeah,
it's
they're not
just
even going to do that.
poop water.
Hell no.
They didn't even bother. They're just like, no, we're just going to do poop water.
Yeah.
Forgive student loans. We're defunding
Poop water
colleges.
is the big print.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, imagine what the fine print is if that's the big print.
Yeah, probably something really hot.
Yeah.
I wonder if I switch it around, I could like eyeball a percentage. You know, if I could, if I could just spit it back out into the wine glass.
You're like,
you know,
just that Noah working at like a sewage plant. He's like, it's cooking. It's not baking.
Yeah. You got to filter it like krill.
Yeah.
Like you gotta swish it back and forth between your teeth and then like pick it out.
Through the baleen.
Yeah.
yeah,
No, it's gonna be nice. That's gonna be some tasty water.
Some tasty poo water.
just slurp and gargle.
It is. We are in a good spot water-wise with all the Great Lakes right there. Like, this is...
True. Yeah. Is that drink? Can you drink Great Lake water?
Yeah.
No.
No.
what?
Just go.
You can't drink water from a lake. You can't do that.
Penn was like,
You got to filter
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not
gotta
retarded.
filter it,
I'm
yeah.
just saying that it's just like a lot of fresh water. It's like
Yeah.
the
Right.
most fresh
You
water.
gotta boil it at least.
Yeah, you gotta boil. I mean, you can't do now. You can't do that with ocean water, right?
You can't
guys-
do that
do
with
you guys
any
think
water.
that I meant,
you have,
like,
to,
we
you have to
could-
filter all water. Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about going up to the lake
No,
and like
no.
slurping lake water.
Well, you meant. I mean, I drank water. I was under the impression. I don't know where I got this idea, but I thought that like falling water was clean, or it is clean. I think falling water is.
Because like the minerals, they kind of work as a filter. Sometimes
Sort
there's
of.
still shit in there. There's still crap in there.
So
like if
falling
like
water, like
what,
what do you
like
mean,
on a
rain?
creek, like say there's a creek and there's like water falling down a rock.
Yeah.
Then it gets like filtered by the sediments or whatever.
But you gotta get it. You have to get it as it's falling.
Yeah.
So we went to some national park when I was little, and there was like we were going up a trail where there was like falling water. There was like a little.
Was it like a waterfall or is it?
So waterfall.
Okay.
Sort of like little waterfalls.
I don't think you can drink from that.
Oh
yeah.
well, buddy, let me tell you, I was just like, I misunderstood. I watched some like Disney nature
Yeah.
program. I was just like scooping water out of like
Yeah.
puddles in the rock, like
That's the worst.
You can't do
visibly
that, yeah.
dirty water.
Standing water is...
You've
yeah.
still
But
got
let
little
me-
guys crawling around.
Let me
from
tell you
that.
something, dude. Never got sick.
Yeah.
So sometimes you need a little bit of parasites.
You just like burp out mosquitoes every now and then.
It's really creepy. There's videos of guys like in like the Antarctica and like taking sips of water from
it'll
glaciers. And if
fucking
you
kill
if you like zoom in, there's like a gajillion parasites and like it looks so clear. They're like it tastes great, and then like 24 hours later, they're like puking their guts out and stuff.
It's
like,
because it does look. I mean, that water does. That's the water you want
Yeah.
to drink.
yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah, we should just
It's
let
not,
Bear
yeah.
Grylls shit in the lake to just spice it up.
But yeah.
We're seasoning the water.
I do think you can't drink clean water all the time. It's like washing
Yeah.
your hands too much.
That's white people water. I like
Dude.
some spice in my water.
Bear Grylls. I watched that show recently. And dude, that guy was having the best time of his life. That guy was so horny, and nobody stopped him. He would just get out in the Sahara, and be like, "All right, first thing I'm gonna do a handstand and piss in my own face." And then, dude, he had one of the Spice Girls on. Him and one of the Spice Girls peed on each other on camera. That's like his dream. He was so excited.
It's the American dream.
He wanted people to watch him eat his own shit and piss.
Bear Grylls is like Happy Max.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but he also, I mean, he was happy because he was sleeping in like Marriott's every night.
Oh,
Like
was
that
he?
whole-
No,
show
his staff was, not him.
No, he was. There's like, I saw something somewhere
Oh, no way.
that he would like, a lot of that is bullshit.
That's
Like,
really
he would
So
disappointing.
he would just he'd go in a tent, piss himself, and then run back
Literally.
into the hotel.
No, like literally.
That's crazy.
And like, there's people who go to places that are on his show. There's a great example of this. It's like Bear Grylls, and there's like, it looks like he's in the middle of nowhere, and there's like a little ravine, and they like ham up the drama of it. He has got to like jump over this little thing, and it's like, you know, it looks crazy. And then somebody else goes to the same spot and like just hops over the thing that's not that far,
Right.
And then they pan the camera around, and there's like a city, or there's like a town right there.
That makes sense because they gotta have somewhere to put like Video Village or whatever. Like they have to like run cables, I would imagine, to like film that.
He's got to
shit.
go shower Posh Spice's piss off of himself.
Yeah, that is. I mean, people do. They did be getting away with just like televising their fetishes. I mean, that is. It's cool to have a scheme where you get to just like call up one of the Spice Girls and you're like, come to an isolated location with me.
Yeah.
Because he would just like get like unnecessarily naked. It's nice if it's sanctioned by Discovery Channel. That's got to be awesome.
Well, then they just went to Naked and Afraid. They're like, let's give the people what they really want.
Naked and Afraid is crazy.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's no episode, and maybe there is, and I just haven't seen it, where like something crawls up someone's ass.
I'm sure there
Because
is.
it's got to have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't even win money on that show, right?
It'd be crazy if you didn't. Yeah, what do you win?
No, I don't think you do. I think you're just on Naked and Afraid.
If the guy gets to fuck the girl if he wins at the end.
I was always amazed that they did not like sex was not a component of that show because they would take a guy and a girl, make them get totally fucking, and it's like, yeah, now you got to like work together and like sleep together. How are you not getting
Fucking.
accidentally hard?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Oh, imagine just the teenus, the shrinkage.
Yeah, it's got to suck.
That's probably got something to do with it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in the cold, surrounded by bears. You know, your penis is not in peak shape.
Peak physical.
Whatever, it's out, dude. I
Yeah.
can't hide it. What am I worried about? You see what it is? Like,
Yeah. But I think in order to just not be getting random boners, you'd have to fully desexualize the other person, and maybe that's why.
that's well, maybe. Well, I guess. Well, what's more woke? Completely desexualizing somebody, or forever seeing them as a beautiful angel, even when they're shitting in a
That's a good
bush?
question.
I think it's more. Yeah, I don't know if I could desexualize somebody that I was like surviving with naked.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it would just it would turn me on.
It'd
If
be-
the first thing she did, the first time I saw her like sharpening a stick, I'd be like, all right, fuck these cameras.
Yeah.
It's me and you, babe.
Unless I saw even a little bit of cellulite, then I'd be puking.
Oh, fuck. That's your way of telling of like trying to get your girlfriend to lose weight. It's like, we're gonna sign up for Naked and Afraid. And then you just you hunt something and you kill a squirrel, but then you just like hide it. You're like, I didn't catch anything today.
Yeah. I'm like, no, this is mine. I think
Yeah.
if you want to eat, you probably got to go. You
Yeah.
know,
Get your own.
yeah, run some laps with a spear. Yep. No. We do need to. We got to bring back like naked challenges. I think there is. I want to say there's a show. I don't know if they get naked. I keep seeing an ad for a show called Extraction, where like because it's crazy.
I hope they're not naked. Jesus Christ.
No, what I think the show is, from what I can tell, is like you send one of your family members like to be out in like a reality survival situation, and you're the only one that can extract. I might be wrong. Somebody should look this up.
Damn.
Uh,
It's like ruining families.
yeah. So what it is, but then like so as it gets harder for them, you have like the potential to win more money. And from what it looks like on the commercials, like the decision is the people in the control room get to decide how long to keep their person there so they can make more money, regardless of whether or not the person like wants to come home. So like that's like the moral
That's
dilemma
brilliant.
of
That's
the
obviously
show.
a brilliant fucking
They're like, I'm not
concept.
going to press the button. I want $5,000 more dollars.
They're just watching their dad like slap mosquitoes off his nutsack, and they're like, "Come on, Dad."
It is pretty cool. I'm like,
Yeah.
and if that's not what the show is, I'm patenting that idea for a show.
Dude, you know what's a crazy show is and this is just like like I don't know. I feel like we always think like British people are just kind of like Americans that talk funny. Culturally, Europe is such a like backwards place. No, but they have a show where they're just naked and they're picking. It's like The Bachelor. If you're just like, they're in. It's called Naked Attraction.
Yep.
And then, so there's like people in these like light up coffins, and then the main person reveals part of their body. Like round one is it just shows like waist down, so she's just looking at like 6 cocks.
Yeah.
And like their tattoos and stuff, and then it's her and this like British lady. That's my favorite part. Is there's this like smug British lady who's like making little quips about. Could you imagine you're standing in a light up coffin and you just hear some like Mary Poppins sounding motherfucker like,
Yeah.
it's a bit thin, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just like commenting on the head of your penis.
Yeah.
In comparison, and you can just sense there's a black guy next to you, but you can't see him. But then they do the next round, and they do like chest, and then they do head, and then when you get eliminated, it reveals your whole body, and then you're standing there naked in front of the woman who just rejected you based off of part of your body.
Yeah.
And you have to they hug naked awkwardly, and then the person who just got eliminated walks off, and the camera just shows their like bare ass walking off. Like, why subject yourself?
British people are fucking cracked.
Yeah, that's
dude.
what I'm
They're
saying.
insane. It's also like I do. You want to know how I watched the show? Because I've seen many episodes. Somebody uploaded it to YouTube and it stayed there for like a month
That's
without
how I
getting
saw it.
flagged. Yeah,
Yeah.
you watched it on you, dude. I was like, I'm watching fucking cocks and pussies on you. This is awesome. Don't get me wrong.
Dude, why is that making?
I didn't
your
realize
mic
it's
be-
making so. No, it's not the mic. The mic is picking up on. It sounds like an airplane taking off.
yeah.
Listen,
Well, don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm done with. Sorry.
Nice, you're good.
Wow.
Yeah, no, we no, it is being that, judging. I do like that. I almost like that they're just like fuck it, this is what it is. This is a salacious show.
And people are. I think there's so much less shame there, or something.
In
'Cause-
Britain?
Yeah, because how could you like? How does that? They must be making a ton of money to be on there. I don't know.
I don't know. It's probably like, I don't think you make a ton of money on British TV.
It's like publicly ridding yourself of all of your dignity
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
or they have like
I mean, I think
doctor-
British people are just like kind of permanently like they're just shameful people. Like they just
Yeah.
like they're totally cocked. Like I think you have a whole generation of men who are like living on the dole or whatever, and it's like they have no self-respect.
What is the dole?
The dole was like when the government was like supporting everybody, like when Britain was like going
Okay.
through a recession, or I guess a depression rather. Like everything was just like people couldn't work, because that
Okay.
happened in like the '80s.
Yeah, it was during Thatcher.
Yeah, it was yeah. What do they call that? There's another word for that. But yeah,
I like
everybody
how
was just.
Zach knows more than any of us about anything.
Well, I know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
he's talking about it right now.
Yeah, like when people were on the dole, it was like nobody was working. Everybody was just just the whole country was like depressed, and I feel like they kind of still like retain that mentality.
You know what they have though that's kind of sick is the government will support like artists and musicians. Like they have like welfare
Through the
for
through the
artists.
lottery, yeah,
Yeah.
through the British lottery.
Oh,
is
is
cool.
it through the lottery? I think it used to be.
Well, the lottery funds like a lot of their like TV and
Come on,
and movies. That's why everything's limited over there.
the lotto. We've got to join the lotto.
No, the British people are like, sometimes they're the coolest people in the world. Sometimes they're so fucking cringe, dude.
Yeah,
It's insane.
or evil pedophiles.
Or evil pedophile, or like centuries old vampires.
Yeah.
You know,
You could say that about America too.
definitely.
Yeah, you got like Richard Nixon, but you got like fucking.
I mean,
Iggy Pop.
Nixon was kind of cool. Nixon
Yeah.
was like low key a good.
Yeah,
president.
Nixon's goaded.
He was a good president.
Really?
They framed him.
Bob Woodward 100% framed.
Yeah.
Didn't he start the whole war on drugs? Like,
Did Nixon start the war on drugs? I thought that was like a Reagan
Oh,
thing.
Yeah, he did.
Well, I think
No,
he
Nixon started it, yeah.
but
Reagan
was-
escalated it,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was like the DARE and all the crack laws and shit like that.
But
Nixon-
making everything like Schedule 1.
But Nixon was interested in Nixon was like trying to get he was looking into like UBI solutions. He also
Yeah.
wanted basic health care for everybody.
He also loved Mao. That was awesome.
Yeah, dude,
him and Mao were buddies.
he opened the
dude.
relations with China. He was
Yeah.
like, why? Which, I mean, you love that. Zach loves that.
yeah. Yeah, Mao
I
was.
don't love Mao. I
Mao
just
was
think
a
he's
naughty
awesome.
boy. Dude,
I just think he's based.
Chinese like cultural revolution. Like I didn't really. I guess I knew, but I read a book, a sci-fi book actually. But It's written by a Chinese author.
3-body problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know that Chinese people are all aliens? Isn't that it's where they're all from the moon.
No,
That's
but
why they're short. It's the gravity.
in the movie, like a Chinese woman gives us our location away to the aliens that want to kill us because she's like hates humanity because of the cultural revolution and shit. But what's crazy is like it seems when you learn about that, it seems very much like late 19th, early 20th century shit. All that shit happened in like the 70s, like the 60s and 70s.
Like
There's
the
like
I think the
50s
50s,
is-
yeah,
yeah.
but
still
recent,
crazy.
you know?
Yeah.
The struggle sessions.
so, I mean, we could use
Yeah,
some of
for
those
real.
for sure.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
stuff about the Cultural Revolution,
It was
like
cool.
some of it was cool. Killing, I'm like the landlord stuff. Like every
Yeah.
week, as I'm like, yeah, I like this idea.
No, yeah, just like throwing tomatoes at landlords, dude. That rocked.
Everybody can get on board with that,
Yeah.
you know. But
Yeah. Maybe we need what are they called again, Zach? The sessions. What-
Struggle
Struggle
sessions.
sessions. Yeah.
We need one good struggle session for
What is a
Elon.
struggle session?
It's like they put somebody up on stage, usually a landlord or someone they
Yeah.
consider a
Scientist.
class enemy, and they just like publicly humiliate them.
Oh,
But it was
So they'll like
it was-
throw shit at him. They'll be like, "You fucked me over. You stole this from me," and like every person will go up and like give their grievances, and then I don't know.
And then they beat the
sometimes
shit out of them.
They beat the shit out of them. Sometimes they die. You know, like
Get sent to a
it
weapon.
was,
I'm
yeah,
pretty
it was
sure,
good.
like-
It was a good thing that happened.
I'm pretty sure almost
I mean,
like 100 million people died.
hundreds of millions, and it wasn't always like landlords. Most of the time, it was like scientists and like people.
yeah,
who,
but they were teaming
well,
up with the landlord.
Scientists, I don't know how much I love scientists either. Scientists are up to some bad business
Yeah.
right
Dude,
now. dude.
I'll fuck up a nerd in a lab coat. I don't like. Dude, when's the last time a scientist said something that was real? You
Yeah.
know,
Completely.
I just I don't know. Like you guys are talking about amoebas in water and stuff. It's like I can't fucking see them. You know, I don't like making all this shit up. Sometimes you get sick. Sometimes you don't.
That is true. That is true. Like everything that a scientist says, I'm just like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't
And
believe
Nick's
a lot
like
of science.
falling water.
See, look, that didn't serve me well at all. That's that. I think a scientist is the guy who said that.
That
initially.
radicalized you.
It's like how much. It's like I definitely believe in saging my apartment more than I believe in scientists. 100%.
Yeah, dude. You're letting your girlfriend turn you into a witch communist.
No, that was being superstitious was long before any women came into my life.
Oh, you
I was
were-
always scared of tarot cards. That's an innate human thing.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that. I have gotten my tarot read multiple times. in
It's
my
awesome.
life. It's good, and it's always kind of right.
It's dude.
It's always they kind of tell you what's gonna happen.
Science, boo. Tarot, yay.
Tarot's sick.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, dude. I don't need to know how electricity works. All I need to know is that it does.
Yes.
But when it comes to reading tarot cards, I want to know if like where I'm standing in my life and what's gonna go wrong if I don't change it.
Yeah.
Right?
You can understand tarot easier than you can understand any physic. Like
Yeah, I don't want to cut open an atom. You know, I just like
because our brains are evolved. Our brains are built for magic, not science.
yeah.
definitely.
Because for most of human history, it's been like magic. Fucking gods are angry, thunderclap.
For sure.
You know,
Dude, the gods are pissed at me.
Yeah,
I,
dude.
I don't know what to do.
they killed your cat, dude.
Yeah, no. No, whenever they say all this stuff in science where I'm just like fake, where they're like actually matter. What is matter changes when observed? I'm like lie,
the
liar.
observer's effect. Yeah.
You're lying,
What's
Time
it?
is relative. Yeah, sure.
Schrodinger's cat.
Schrodinger. I don't know if is that science or is that
That's science.
is it?
It's where science and philosophy kiss.
Oh, okay. I guess you're right. Yeah.
It's like the whole idea is like you have like a radioactive.
oh, I know what
Yeah.
Schrodinger's cat is. Yeah. I guess it is science,
It is
right?
science. Yeah, it's like quantum bullshit. Yeah.
It's a thought experiment to make quantum shit kind of start to make sense.
Yeah.
But
That shit's fake, dude.
Yeah.
quantum is. I mean,
Somebody explained Schrodinger's cat again to me. real
so
quick.
it's
Just
basically
remind me.
the
'Cause
idea.
I know
is,
it's a dead cat in a box.
So yeah,
right?
you use so you imagine a closed box and connected to it is a radioactive atom that either has like a 50% chance of decaying or something else, but it's like a flip of a coin essentially. And then what happens is that it either happens or it doesn't, and the box is still closed. So the cat that's in the box is either dead or it's still alive. And the idea of Schrodinger's cat is that before you open the box, the cat is either like you don't know until you look. So before you look, the cat is in like a superposition of being alive and dead at the same time.
What if you shake the box? I would say shake the box. Would probably be my
Kind of did
first.
just solve it, I think.
Yeah,
Has
you
anyone
gotta
ever asked you about shaking the box?
Yeah, shake the box. But the cat will make noise.
Well, I guess that to me, I guess that's technically an observation because you're observing.
Not if I close my eyes.
Not if I shake the box and run out of the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, see, I hate science. I like magic and I like psychology. I specifically like psychology experiments where you get to like shock somebody in another room. That's
That's
cool.
like half the experiments
Dude,
ever.
all the experiments are just seeing if you will not hurt another human being given the reins. You
And
know
every
what I
single
mean?
time we do it, we shock them. Yeah.
All the psychologists are just Bart Simpson in a fucking lab coat.
Dude, every like major psychology breakthrough, like every like major experiment is like, yeah, we're going to irreversibly harm this child. This child will never be normal, but we have to do it. And also, we know what's going to happen. Like it's literally like we need to see whether or not hitting children and screaming at them has an adverse effect on their mental health. I'm like, I don't think you need to do this experiment.
Yeah, well, you know, they do even more fucked up shit. They're like, what if we just no one talks to this girl for her entire childhood? And then they're like, will she be feral? Like, what kind of a fucking experiment is that? But they turned out to be right.
Yeah, this is, I guess, but that's why it's sort of like it's regarded as like a pseudoscience, right? Like a
Yeah.
highly unethical pseudoscience.
What's scary is how many real scientific breakthroughs came from Nazi experiments and like all these fucked up shits. No, it's true.
No, it is true. It
Like
is,
they were doing
yeah.
terrible things, but then America was like, okay, but what did you find out?
Yeah, Operation Paperclip, yeah,
yeah.
all that stuff. It's funny because they did the same thing they tried to do the same thing to the Japanese people we talked about this last episode, and it was all useless.
Yeah, it was
They're like-
useless garbage. Yeah.
they're like, we can't use any of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, so you're saying that like you're measuring how much blood comes from
They're
a
like, yep,
decapitated.
you can cut a baby in half.
This is the perfect swing to slice through a Chinese
Yeah.
baby.
And then they let all those guys go free.
Yep, all those guys, and we still don't recognize the war crimes because that was part of
Yeah.
the agreement.
Because
Even
no one-
Japan
once,
only.
once you let them disperse back into the crowd, no one's gonna be able to pick them out again. It's like that Assassin's Creed where you go like this and then you disappear.
Yes,
That's just like
but it's just a
every
million
Japanese person.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
all those guys. It's funny the way in the same way like the Nazis went and like helped NASA build rockets. All the Japanese like scientists
Yeah.
torturing people. They started Nintendo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they started.
That's crazy.
They invented Super Mario.
yeah,
It's crazy.
you don't
Thanks
want to
for
hear
Mario.
you don't want to hear the original Crash Bandicoot backstory. Dude. Yeah, dude, they still experiment on beagles. I don't know why that's okay.
Oh, I think wasn't like Dr. Fauci. Literally, I don't want to be this guy.
Fauci killed a beagle?
Fauci, he funded this really crazy experiment where I think it was beagles. Yeah, what they did was they put a bunch of beagles and like they had it so like that there was like a screen between their head and their body, and they just released a bunch of like sand fleas.
Yeah,
and
no, it's literally medieval torture.
yeah, the sand fleas just like obviously like ate the dog's heads, and then I don't know what conclusion they drew from that. But that's I'm not making that up. That is real. Yeah. That's the thing about Fauci is like Fauci has a weird track record of doing fucked up stuff. Like
Comically evil.
they did this shit where like they were taking, I don't know if they were kids who were I think they were in the foster system, and they were they were using them for like clinical trials because there were like no parents to like object to like what was being done. It's it's crazy, dude. Yeah. So when these kids suffered like adverse effects, there was nobody to like advocate for them.
No shit.
Yeah,
that's-
Fauci's a weird guy. I mean, he fucked up the AIDS crisis. Like he massively mishandled that whole thing.
Yeah.
So he's
He was
a
like,
weird
you gotta
guy.
wear masks for AIDS.
Yeah, that was
Every day you don't wear a mask, I'll shoot another beagle in the head.
I don't even want to be one of those guys, but
One
he
of
is
what guys?
weird.
To talk shit about.
I don't.
Fauci?
Yeah, I don't want to be like because
What, a cool guy?
anytime you see people who like hate Fauci, you're like, I don't want to fucking talk to you. But there's
I
some
don't know,
weird
dude.
shit.
I think after that beagle shit, I'm like ready to.
So you knew about that, right? Or like,
yeah, well, I didn't know Fauci's connection to it, but I knew that they
He
they do
was because
fucked
it
up
was
shit to
funded by
beagles.
the NIH or whatever. While he was the.
Yeah, like what the fuck did beagles do? Also,
To
why
me-
is the one breed of dog it's okay to do?
When I see that stuff, I'm just like, is that what happens when like if they have they don't go over budget, they have extra money, like that's their version of a pizza party. They're like, all right, we got the beagles and the fleas, guys. Everybody go into the break room.
Yeah,
You know.
Jesus. Imagine that, like one of the beagles gets out though, and that's a perfect like Marvel villain, like a beagle with
Faceless beagle
with a bunch of scars on its face. He starts a global pandemic just to get back at Fauci.
Yeah. Oh man. No, but I'm trying to be so careful. I'm trying so hard not to go insane. Like with the news. I'm like unplugging from the news because I'm just like, yeah, no, I can't.
Dude, I don't pay attention at all.
Yeah.
I don't read about current events.
Every time I open my phone, I see Hassan Piker's stupid face, and I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah. I just like it's always just like it's always just Elon and Trump is everything.
Yeah.
And it gives me anxiety. It gives me real big anxiety that I don't necessarily want to deal with. So I just fucking don't pay attention. And honestly, nothing has changed for me at all.
Yeah.
I'm
the
good.
Thing. That's the thing with all this shit.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I think it's. I also am trying to take that. I mean, it's hard because I love information. I love reading. I retain none of it. I love reading information and then being like, what did I say?
Yeah.
But I guess the thing of that is like you can ignore it until it's like at your door, until you're
Yeah.
drinking poop water.
Yeah.
Until you're pregnant in a southern state.
Yes.
We got a Brita. I don't know.
That's also true. I was like, I guess you just get like a what? I should just get like a water filter for my tap, right?
Yeah.
Dude.
But that's
And then just
crazy,
Smell
man.
the filter
Boiling
every day.
water. Yeah.
Ah, I can't put, dude. The problem is I love night water. I don't
it's
want to wait for
from the
night
tap.
water, dude.
Oh, it's
Wait,
so-
what are you
well,
talking about?
we've got it hooked up to the thing, so it just comes
Night
right
water?
Night water,
Yeah, you get water in the
at
middle of the night.
yeah, water at 3 a.m. hits way different. Dude.
Oh, I thought I thought this was like a different kind of water.
Well, it is.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
night water.
Yeah, it's night water.
That's what I call my.
can't-
That's
Different
what
than
I
day
call
water.
My,
You can't have it. It's one of the last like it's it's such an ephemeral experience. You can only have it in the middle.
it
of
sounds
the
like what a cult leader calls his cum. You
night
know?
water.
Yeah, come to my room, get your night water. You know,
Gross.
Yeah.
you must hydrate.
Yeah. No, but it's whatever. I think everything will be fine, or we'll all
Yeah,
die.
No, I think
you
it's
know.
gonna be bad, but you know.
Every man, and you know what?
It's
Every
gonna
man,
be really bad.
every man faces death alone. Whether you do it when you're
Yeah.
30 or you're 85, you're gonna fucking come right up to it.
Yeah.
Right?
It's gonna make
Hit that bit.
airport sounds.
No, it didn't.
I
He
covered
covered
it.
the.
Oh, that's wise.
Yeah, they keep giving me this shit, and it's like I don't want to look like I spent $50 on a vape.
That is good. That looks like it's got a Tamagotchi on it.
Literally, the one they gave
Some
me
of
last
them do.
time.
Some of them have like fucking like space destroyers and shit on them.
Really?
Yeah.
The guy who invented this also like froze twins' arms together, probably in World War II.
Yeah, no, I like when they add little games to fucking vapes. That's cool. I had no idea. That's
What's
awesome.
this called? Is this called Mexico Mango?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's good.
Mexican mangoes are the best mangoes.
Yeah.
It's because they water the mango trees with sewage water.
I thought you were gonna say Mexican.
What if they put sewage in the water and everything starts tasting better, dude?
You're like, we didn't know this.
It
Like,
does,
yeah,
yeah.
because that's like
These strawberries are umami.
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
Crazy.
Well, because maybe that might honestly be what makes things taste good. Because like, you ever like catch the back of like you go to Popeyes and you see the employees are like absolutely not washing their hands.
Yeah,
and it's
dude.
always at like the best tasting Popeyes. You're like, I guess maybe
Yeah.
the sweat and the
I
whatever
need a
particles.
teenager to spit in this sandwich, otherwise it just doesn't taste right.
Yeah, dude. I want to, chew on an ice cube and feel like I'm eating ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you guys ever hear those urban legends about like the ice cubes at fast food places that it's like they use this toilet water and they freeze it?
Why would they do that?
I don't know, but somebody just told me that. years
That
ago,
doesn't
and it
even make
freaks me out.
sense.
The water that they use to make the ice cubes is like comes from the.
There's
same
not
place.
that much water in the toilet.
I heard from an inside source that one of the reasons somebody I know quit their job at McDonald's is because they kept rehydrating the onions in the mop bucket.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
dude. Yeah.
Why would they
I don't
do
know
that?
if it's all of them, but it was that one for sure.
I don't understand why do that.
I have no idea.
Well,
don't
I
know.
understand why. I've worked in restaurants for a while. What you get is the complete separation between
Yeah.
like the people, like the idea of having a good product or following all. It's like at a certain point, it's you versus them. When you're working at McDonald's for years,
Yeah.
it is man versus society.
It's true. This is actually true. I have this thought every time I go out to eat. I'm like, why would they do a good job?
Yeah.
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 Like,
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
motivating them here?
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to tip.
Even
You know?
because it's crazy. Because I'm like, I worked at a steakhouse and I saw what they did in that kitchen. Why
Yeah.
would Wendy's be better?
Yeah,
No, yeah.
for real.
It's exactly. Do you remember that guy who put his dick in the Subway sandwich?
No.
Yeah,
Filmed
I do.
it.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I would argue that's the only true sandwich artist.
And
Prove me wrong.
Didn't he pee in the lettuce?
That's cool.
It's art.
That's
fucking art,
in the
dude.
lettuce.
Peeing in the lettuce. So what? He like did it like right there at the like in the trays.
I don't know. Well, I think it was in a back room or something, but they got fired. It was him and another woman who were taking pictures of themselves, like sticking their dicks and stuff. And
That's
they-
what.
Oh, this
Bear-
was Bear Grylls.
That's literally what Bear Grylls
Yeah.
would have been doing. I was about to
Bear
say.
Grylls. It was Man vs. Wild Subway edition.
Oh my god.
And, yeah, dude.
Man versus Wild. Oh.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I feel really bad about the food that I ate today.
What did you eat?
I went to Wendy's near my job, and like I went in there, and it's obviously it's like the Road Warrior behind the counter. They're not,
Yeah.
but I'm like I'll just be polite and smile, and I'm sure they'll.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that they haven't already contaminated all this food, but according to you guys, they have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no,
None
that
of
sucks.
it's safe. No, all I eat is fucking.
Trap. Thank you, Zach. Sorry, dude.
Zach, you're the man.
Wait, what was it? Oh, okay.
Cool.
We're good. We're good.
So you guys, besides your cat dying, I'm sorry, by the way. I know I've made jokes, but I really am.
No, you're not saying anything that's offending me. It
What
was
about
very
you? No,
sad.
I know we like live together and shit, but
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, I've been doing good. I've been, reading Jung at 3 a.m. and stuff. Everything's a symbol to me right now. I'm seeing signs and just making connections all the time.
I've never seen someone read Jung and still be so angry.
I'm not. Well, I don't think it gets rid of your anger, but it's good stuff. I'm learning about what the devil really is and how that's like he's kind of a good thing.
Yeah.
And all that. I had my weekend in Batavia last week.
yeah.
That was cool. It was a fucking 3-hour train ride there and back.
Did you
which
get some
was-
rides for the later?
I did
shows?
for the later stuff. I did, and then Tori Ward gave me a ride, did some guest spots,
Oh,
and that
nice.
was fucking dope. Shane's a super cool guy. Guy hosting was a guy Jack Baker, very cool dude.
I know that name.
Yeah, he's around a lot.
Yeah.
He's a suburbs guy, but he comes into the city for shows a lot. He does stuff at the Lincoln Lodge. Really sweet guy. Dude, I think Comedy Vault might be like it's so similar to Helium in Portland. It's just like a really good size, like 250-seat club. Really good stage, really good audiences. They're not like city audiences and like right outside the city audiences. It just gets so much hotter like an hour outside the city. Like audiences, they want to laugh more. They're like,
Oh, cool.
they're a little more hyped. Like,
Yeah.
and
That's
yeah.
right, because I've already feel like Chicago audiences are like really good.
Oh, they're fucking awesome.
Yeah.
They're great. It's just it was it felt more like rooms I came up. Every time I go there, it feels more like rooms I came up in.
Nice.
And yeah, it was just a good time. 20 minutes was so much easier than I thought it was gonna be because it had been about 6 months since I've done a 20-minute set. And every night I had to like end my set early. They let me, and I was like not done with my shit yet.
Oh, nice.
It's a good feeling to know that you can do it easy once
Dude.
you just get back into it.
Sometimes I honestly feel like 20 minutes is. It's like I don't. It's as I'm like crawling my way back up
Yeah.
to doing comedy. It's like I don't think I could probably do 30.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do 40. But 20 minutes sometimes is less pressure than 10. Because I know the jokes have like room to breathe. Like I can like let the jokes like really like
Yeah.
I can really like draw out like it squeeze as much juice out of them as I can.
For real. And like I would do that and I'd get to a bit and I'd just stay in it for like 5-6 minutes and then like just time was up. It felt like it was going by super. I was having a lot of fun.
That's
and
awesome.
Yeah, it made me realize like, oh, I can go back to doing 30, 35 and I could probably be fine.
Yeah,
you know?
dude.
Like
You definitely could.
it's
Because you're trying to write for so long in these tiny sets, and it's like that's.
Yeah.
And then you finally get a little bit of room to,
That's
spread
yeah.
your wings.
Dude, that's what LA destroys people because you go there and it's like you'll never do more than 10.
Yeah.
You got to get your 10 down and it's like you that's why so many comics just got like ground up by that city.
It's also crazy that that's how LA is, and then people are still just like dance around without bits on stage, like LA
Yes.
comics.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, how is this? You're making the most of your.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
for them.
For them.
Yeah.
That's awesome, though, man. I'm glad that because you were nervous. I was like, it's gonna go good, dude.
Yeah, it was. Thank you for that too. And it was cool, and it was dope having Tori coming out too. I've gotten to spend a lot of time with Tori the last couple of weeks, and that's all been it's all been cool shit.
I want to have her on.
Yeah,
We
dude.
should
of
have
course.
Tori on. Tori's hilarious.
Well, dude, if we get Mike set up, let's get Tori and Bixby on because they're both just super funny, wonderful people.
Well, we can't do. We've only got 4 mics.
Okay.
we've only got 4 inputs.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
We got that on the list. We got to get another camera for Zach.
we'll stagger them.
we'll stagger. Yeah, I want to have 2 because I want to have both of them on. They're both
Yeah,
hilarious.
yeah, yeah. They're both great.
When I came over for Thanksgiving, they would both just like say stuff where I was like, please go on. Like, what are you talking about?
They know so much shit. And
yeah, and they've had crazy lives. I mean,
Tori and
Oh yeah,
Bixby?
yeah, dude. Yeah, they're both like really smart, well-read people, and Bixby's got like Bixby has had a fucking run. Like his shit, like he grew up in like rural Wisconsin, like just like weird poverty, fucking middle of nowhere town full of 700 people. He's got a joke about it, but in his town of 700 people, they had 70 registered sex offenders.
10% of the
He had
population.
10% of the population. The joke is that there's more juice in Sunny D, or there's less juice in Sunny D.
Oh my god, that's so funny, dude.
It's crazy. They're fucking tight, dude.
Yeah, well, I want to have both of them on. I got to get a fucking mic. This paycheck coming up, we're gonna upgrade the podcast.
Nice.
Hell
Upgrade this shit.
Yeah.
Good shit.
No,
We
I'm
gotta
trying.
just get the algorithm to know we exist. That's the thing. Because
Yeah.
I feel like the people that are watching are fucking with it.
Yeah, no, that's always the case.
I think it's more than 20. We got people.
I know.
Every time I put a clip up in the story, people like it and interact and shit like that. And
Yeah. Yeah, no, this will be good. I'm very happy with the podcast. It's nice. I love doing it with you guys.
I like doing it too.
Yeah, no, the algorithm is evil. That's the devil. That's
Yeah.
Young would have hated the algorithm.
Yeah.
I can only imagine, dude.
Yeah,
It's like because the algorithm is like the collective unconscious, like manifested in its worst form.
yeah.
Isn't it? I don't know.
Dude, he might have liked it actually.
You think so?
Now
'Cause
that
he-
you're talking about it,
You're right.
Because
He's like, no, this is as crude and base as humanity really is.
yeah,
The zenith of humanity is black guys reacting to things.
Well, and also Young's
yeah.
whole thing is like, dude, you got to conform. You got to do it. You can't just not hang out. Everybody, like Nietzsche and all these people are like, dude, go live in the woods. Put shit in your hair, call it an aesthetic. And Young's
Is that
like,
what
dude,
Nietzsche said?
yeah, pretty much.
basically.
And he goes, yeah, dude, you're
he
the
said God is
camel.
dead.
You're the camel. Turn into the baby. Fucking put shit in your hair and live in a hut in the woods.
Fuck yeah.
You should rewrite it. You should like a game of
Zarathustra.
telephone.
Yeah.
Zarathustra was a baby who just put shit in his hair.
That's what Zarathustra said.
And but no, Young's like, dude, you gotta like have a job. You can't just fucking like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
NBA young boy.
Yeah, you can't just eat dirt. You
Yeah. Well, again, it all depends. Context is important.
Yeah. I guess his thing is like you can eat dirt at night. At night when nobody else is around.
That's when you harness your shadow.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
the nighttime. During the day, he walks amongst men, but at the night,
You know
he
what?
puts shit in his hair and eats dirt in
That
his
is
room,
that
in his
is-
study.
That is exactly how I feel. When I'm like, I 100%. That's how I get it. I get like wanting to do your own thing. I actually, I'm all for. I'm one of those guys. But on the street corner, it's like, come on, man.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
kids
dude.
around.
Yeah, dude. No, it's like, dude, you got to shake hands with people. You got to like make eye contact. But when you're alone in your room, do whatever.
Go
Get
crazy.
naked, dance around like a crazy man. Who cares, dude? Make faces at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
Creep yourself out.
If a man
all right.
shits on the floor and cleans up after himself, did he really shit on the floor?
Yeah.
It's like the tree falling in the woods question.
Yeah. I mean, not as long as it's not bugging anybody.
Yeah. As long as you don't make it somebody else's problem.
You need tile floors because hardwood it could get into the cracks, and then there's someone could Sherlock Holmes.
Yes. Eventually, it would seep down.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. You got
Tile
have,
floor
honestly,
though, you could do anything on a tile
linoleum.
floor.
I always remember there's a Bill Cosby bit where he talks about spilling pudding on the floor and you just push it into the linoleum, it just disappears. That's why linoleum's the best. You can just fucking smear your shit into it. It's not even dirty. I cleaned.
Did you waffle stomp your shit into the kitchen floor?
Whatever happened to that guy?
Oh yeah, Bill.
He was the goat, dude.
He's the kid. Yeah, I was driving home with Zach. we got on the subject of Bill Cosby. He goes, "Oh, greatest comedian of all time." He's so good, dude. Yeah. Because he goes, have you heard his bit about Spanish Fly? And I go, what? He goes, he has a bit on one of his albums about drugging women, and it's fantastic.
It is a well constructed bit. If you listen to it,
The man was an expert.
let's just go listen to it. It's horrific, but it is the peak of the art form. You know?
Just look up Bill Cosby Spanish Fly.
Yeah.
And I listened to it, and I was like, it's impeccably crafted.
Yeah, no, it's incredible.
It's him admitting to the craziest crime of all time on a comedy album.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I will constantly, when I'm driving with Zach, we'll constantly bring up like the monsters of like American history, like directors and who was it that we brought up?
Roman Polanski?
Woody Allen.
Well, yeah.
I'm trying to get into Woody Allen.
Or I think what you said about I liked what you said about Steven Spielberg. You're like, he's disgusting, he's satanic, he's the greatest director who's ever.
Wait, I don't know about Steven Spielberg.
Oh, there's just a lot of
satanic.
theories that Steven
He's a
Spielberg is like a
pedophile.
pedophile.
Yeah.
And that there's like these really weird things, like he produced and ghost directed this movie called Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And there's this conspiracy theory that the little girl in it, Heather O'Rourke, was like, or it's Heather O'Rourke,
Yeah,
the little girl, and
yeah.
that she was like sacrificed to some like weird like Hollywood Illuminati cabal, and she died of like complications from like anal contusions.
Yeah, it was something weird.
On
yeah.
Super Bowl Sunday, 1988, and in the first Exorcist movie, which came out in 1982, there's a poster in the bedroom for a 1988 Super Bowl. Which
Whoa.
is very
Yeah,
weird. Like
it's
it's
crazy.
definitely strange.
Yeah.
And it's
So he's a pedophile. Yeah.
he's for sure. But he had a.
It is the Jews. Turns out.
Listen, I'm not saying
That's the problem, is that all the paths lead back to the same place, and
Yeah.
it's like,
No, we're not even going there. You have to be so Ben. We have to. We're trying to have fun with this.
Yeah.
The minute you take it to the Jews, it stops being fun.
Yeah.
No,
We're talking good and evil. You know?
because there were all of these, like, he also had like weird. I've talked about this on so many podcasts, but there was that woman who like claimed that he like forcibly put a computer chip in his brain.
Yeah.
In her brain, and she like tried to break into his
Spielberg?
house.
Yeah, it's
a-
crazy,
And then he
yeah.
has like on his by his office in the DreamWorks lot. He has a motorcycle that's filled with gasoline so that
Yeah.
he can get away at any time. And he has a place in his office known as the Dome of Silence, where like
okay, well, the motorcycle thing, I think most people have vehicles with gas in them.
but it's like Quincy.
Quincy.
There we go.
Sorry.
That's all good. No, but it's like it's specifically like an escape bike.
Yeah, it's weird. And then another guy tried to like break into his house,
Right.
to rape him or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, because it was like revenge rape.
yeah.
Nobody at the bar believed him that night. He's like, I'm gonna go rape Spielberg.
Yeah, and he came to his property with like ropes and stuff.
And they all watched
He's
the
like, I'm
news the
here to
next
rape
day.
Spielberg. Like, it's crazy.
That is an incredible.
Dude, if I was gonna rape Spielberg, I would come in with the dun dun dun.
Well, I was just thinking about this. The Hackman death had me thinking about this because you guys know like Gene Hackman was just. They're investigating it as like a potential murder.
Oh, I
Oh
saw
no!
that.
All right, I didn't know that.
Because he and his wife
Died, and they can't figure out what killed him.
Because there's no carbon monoxide. One of the dogs was dead and had been like put in a closet.
But other ones were alive.
The other ones were alive, and they had been dead for like 2 weeks or something, and the front door was open. So, which is like, it sounds like, okay, like a meth head might have killed them. Which, like, if you're the meth head that killed Gene Hackman,
God.
you have the best stories at the trash can fire. For like the next until somebody kills you for $20, but you're like, you're like cool for like 2 weeks, That's got to feel crazy, dude. Or like I always say that like if you're like the guy in prison and like you have sex with Bill Cosby, it's like it's like catching a bald eagle. True.
Imagine the noises Bill Cosby makes.
He's fully blind. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
He's fully blind. I remember I was like when he first went in, they were like transcribing his phone calls he was having, and he was talking about how like the ghost of his mother was like coming to him in the night and like touching his hands.
It's crazy. There's like a video of him. It's like in the midst of the height of the trials, and he's like at some jazz club doing stand up and just being like, "It's crazy being blind." It's like, what is happening?
It's like, you guys want to hear the Spanish Fly bit?
Dude, have you seen? There's a video of him being taken in handcuffs, like out of the
Oh
courtroom.
yeah, no, it's so
It's so funny.
Hey.
No, he does a classic. Like the cameras are filming. He goes, It's like a classic, like Cosby, like from the show. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't he America's dad? That's what people called
He was
him.
America's dad.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I loved him as a kid. He was my
That's why
hero.
America's fucked
Me
up
too.
right now. We have daddy
Yeah, I was
issues.
obsessed with him. I collected his records as a kid on vinyl.
Yeah,
and I'd
dude.
fall asleep to them every night. I'd memorize them. Like my church had like a talent show thing,
Yeah.
and I went up and did his bit about bifocals, about trifocals. I did the whole
Hell
thing. It
yeah.
killed. My big present one year for Christmas was I got tickets to see Bill Cosby in Colorado.
Oh, nice.
And I
dude.
went, and he did stand up for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and fucking crushed.
Damn.
My sister came with. She was so mad about it. She's like, I hate Bill Cosby. His shit's so lame. She was cry laughing. That's how hard he crushed.
Oh,
Dude,
damn.
And so I remember when it came out, it was like my 9/11 or whatever. It was like horrible.
We had the same. I did literally the exact same thing. I
Yeah.
did Bill Cosby at my church, and then I went to. My mom took me to see him at the Naval Academy in like 6th grade, and he did 90 minutes of comedy.
Yeah.
and
He's like the Genghis Khan of our time.
Yeah.
Where you're like,
100%, yeah.
he changed the world, but he also like threw people into fires alive. Where,
Yeah.
What's crazy is everyone gives Hannibal Buress the credit for bringing allegations up. They were on his Wikipedia
Yeah.
page. Like as a kid,
Oh,
I
for
remember
real?
It was
like
well known,
I was
yeah.
like 9, and I was looking at his Wikipedia page, and there was like a legal issues part like section, and I clicked on it,
Damn.
and like the first thing was like he had like a child with somebody, like an affair or whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, like, Mr. Cosby did what?
Yeah.
I was so, and then the next one was like he was also accused of drugging 10 women. And I
Wow.
remember being like, I was like, that can't be true.
It's a
I was
lie,
like, it's
dude.
not real.
It's not
like
real.
I closed the tab. I was like in total denial about it. And then I remember being like I was in 7th grade. I remember where I was in math class. And I was opened up the CNN tab, and it was like at Cosby allegations resurface, and it was
damn,
like,
dude.
oh my god, dude, it's back.
He's
You were
also
part of the
real.
problem for
Yeah,
like 10
for
years,
real.
dude. You
Yeah.
just suppressed the truth.
Yeah. And I learned I'm
Fucking
not doing
letting-
that shit ever again. I'm gonna go on Hollywood gossip websites. I'm gonna find out everything I can know. I'm never having this happen again. Like,
he also became like he became like a pull your pants up guy.
yeah.
Like,
Oh, the
Yeah.
pound cake speech. He he went up like where was it? Was it like a college speech
Yeah.
thing or whatever? And he's like, you black people, you need to pull your pants up. He's like mothers are you are being bad fathers.
yeah, he's
It's
like you gotta
crazy.
stay. He's like fathers need to stay. It's like
It's one of the most racist. If you listen to it, it's like next level racist.
Damn.
Like,
but also goddamn dude, his joke about when his kids are born and he thinks they look so ugly. He's like,
Dude, and she hands me a lizard.
he said, put it back. They're not done yet. His joke, his one bit that doesn't even make sense, but I still laugh, is his joke about his daughters walking in on him pissing.
Yeah.
The Wally Wally joke, and
Okay.
his daughters are just like they're just pointing at his cock, going, "You got a Wally Wally," and he's like, I can't stop pissing. He's like, he calls it God's work, and he's
Yeah.
like, I can't cut off God's work. If I cut off God's work, I will hurt myself. I'm like, you can't just stop pissing. What are you talking about?
Dude, my favorite is the dentist. The
Oh,
dentist
it's
when he talks
classic.
about getting the Novocaine, and he's like, and
It's
I
just a
am
Cosby
holding
love fest.
my
Yeah.
lip in my lap. My bottom lip is in my lap. And he keeps talking to the dentist holding his bottom lip.
Damn.
Dude, he was
Yeah.
like, some of his shit, I'm like, this is like alt comedy.
No,
like,
it
yeah,
is. It's
dude.
insane. It's like surreal and
Yeah.
stuff.
It's crazy.
This is we're so crazy. We're fucking out of our minds. for
Yeah,
this.
look,
Yeah,
we all
dude.
grew up listening to him. It
Let's
is
go
what it
break
is.
him out, dude. Fuck it. Let's
He's
get him
out.
out there. Let's get him a Labrador
Yep,
Retriever.
same.
He's free.
Yep.
Oh, is
They
he?
released
Yeah.
him
He's
because
on
of
the
COVID.
loose.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, I forget all the time that he's not dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are rumors he's going to go back on tour.
Yeah, he was supposed to do like a world tour for a
Yeah.
second. They were talking about it.
At this point, it's like, well, I don't even want to get into this philosophical question. I won't. I don't want to imply that there's like a ship of Theseus scenario with Cosby. But I'm like, is it even the same guy, really? Like, not really. He's like a fundamentally different person
Yeah.
due to like
But
dementia.
he was doing it as like an old man, too.
Well, his Comedy Central special was good.
Yeah.
was
I meant the
amazing.
rapes. Yeah,
Oh,
he was doing it into like the early 2000s.
Oh, yeah.
No idea.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
in
dude.
2006.
Of
Like that
course.
was
Wasn't
his-
it like
that-
a crazy number too? It was like 80 or something.
Yeah.
And there's way more you've
How are you
never
gonna be
heard
the
about.
goat in 2 fields like that? You know?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That was
I
his.
suppose
That was
you-
his MJ playing in the MLB. He's like, I'm gonna go try out this date rape.
I suppose you don't lose the taste for it once you've got
No.
it. It's crazy to be having sex at that age.
I know, and doing
Dude,
that.
what happened to the Morgan Freeman allegations? Because
Well,
those
He
were
just
pretty
got away
wild.
with it.
Yeah, I think they're just true.
Yeah.
What he was like, he dated his
He
like
dated, like,
niece.
stepdaughter
It's
or
like no,
something?
it's it
It was
wasn't.
straight up
They
niece?
weren't. It was like his niece or like they weren't blood related.
Okay.
Well, it was shit like he was like making people watch him eat curry
Yes.
Dope.
and like staring at people and breathing real hard in
Dope.
their ears and stuff.
What's the bad part?
I don't
what I would,
know.
if I was fucking famous like Morgan Freeman level, I would make people watch
There's
me.
so
eat
many
curry.
guys who've just like gotten away with shit. Like a class one is Anthony Anderson, the guy from Blackish.
yeah, dude.
He's
He-
raped like 3 women over years.
Really?
Yeah, he's been
Yeah.
arrested like
Wait,
twice
who is
for
this
it.
guy?
If you saw Anthony
in
Anderson, he's in Transformers.
Kangaroo Jack.
Yeah, no, he's like a serial rapist, and he's
Oh
just
no
gotten away
shit.
with it.
Yeah. Damn, dude, wild. Oh fucking yeah, he's still like hosting shit and
Yeah.
doing shit.
Oh, yeah, people love him.
People love him. I think he's just a nice guy on set, so they look the other way.
It's more
But
important than anything.
That's crazy, dude. But
He's
like,
gotten away with
I
it.
also heard there was like, some crazy shit. Like there was like Fred Williamson apparently like did so. That was the scandal with Cinestate.
Oh
Is,
yeah,
like,
yeah. No, he
yeah.
was doing stuff on that geezer movie, whatever it's called.
VFW.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got canceled and stuff.
fucking Hyde from that '70s show.
Oh well, he's in prison. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
that's-
Church of Scientology helped cover it up and stuff.
Yeah,
And Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis.
they wrote
Yeah.
character. They tried to get him out of jail. Like they were.
Yeah. He was so evil they couldn't even save him though.
That
Yeah.
he was there like. Zach and Cosby relationship, that was Mila Kunis and Hyde. They're like, look, this guy,
Like, he's
there's layers
awesome,
to him.
yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Dude, fucking Ashton Kutcher's got like an evil vibe.
He's
There's-
evil.
Well, he
there's-
let a woman get murdered or whatever.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
did he
You
for
not know
real?
about this? Yeah.
What does that mean?
He had
Well,
like
how do you know all this shit?
there was like something that came out recently where like there was a woman who was like murdered. He was supposed to go on a date with her, and then he walked inside and saw that she was like murdered, and then like fled the scene of the crime.
I did read about
and then
that.
and then the guy, the rapist 70s show
Oh,
guy,
hi.
like helped him like cover it
Yeah,
up,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's why they were so.
So
Because he
tight.
like helped with this like weird, like
Yeah,
I don't
that's-
think he didn't do the murder, but like he didn't call the police,
Yeah,
and then the
yeah.
guy
Which-
went and then murdered another person that night.
Let me tell you
know?
something. Not a good thing that he did. I totally get the impulse. You ever just
Yeah.
like walk in and you're like, this is not what I was planning on doing. Tonight. I don't want to talk to the cops, dude. This is
Yeah.
fucking. I'm gonna go home and play video games.
There's
It's
a, there's
crazy.
a little party that's like, all right, well, at least I get to stay in. You know, I was like, oh, a night off. I needed that,
Dude,
dude. I
I've had-
took this. I knew I shouldn't have.
I have my. You're like somebody else will. Like somebody else will walk in on this. Surely this is
Yeah.
not doesn't have to be my problem. I have that mentality all the time when I see
You
a
look
car
at the
accident,
corpse, you're like, she looked better in the pictures. It's a catfish.
I feel like she's a little fatter than I
Yeah.
thought. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I don't know. He just like he made this like full libertarian swing, and he stopped smiling ever. Like Ashton Kutcher, I haven't seen Ashton Kutcher smile since Punked, and it makes you think like your soul got sold or something. Like there's some like weird evil shit going on inside of you. You're like trading in like Robin Hood and stealing people's money. Like I don't know. Not high. Fucking Kelso should not have his fingers in your money. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like this
Or
doesn't-
Mila Kunis. I think that he got that from the devil as part of the
Hey,
exchange.
be nice to Meg.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, yeah. I like.
I don't want Kelso's fingers.
No,
in
I
there.
mean they're both they're both complicit, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
But well, he also like he started like a bunch of like he's got a bunch of foundations that like it's like they sound like they're doing something good, but then like in reality like because he's got the one thing he's like an advocate for like sex trafficking or like sex traffic victims or something.
My brain is getting cracked open so many times on this episode.
But then like in fact like they found that he is probably like. I was trying to remember exactly what I read. Like the organization isn't actually that effective, and a lot of the funds are being like
Yeah.
misappropriated or something.
Wait, so what is he trying to do? He believes in.
Well, he's like it's supposed to be like he's an advocate for like sex trafficking victims. Was like I
Oh,
have to
well, you
look-
said.
Yeah, but he was
that's not
also
what you
like a
said.
Diddy
Can we
party
just?
guy.
Yeah.
You said he was an
Yeah.
advocate for sex trafficking.
No. Yeah, I'm sorry.
He's like,
Okay.
we need more of this shit.
It's an
Dude.
important distinction.
Dude, where's my kidnapped girl?
Damn, dude.
Ashton Kutcher, sexiest man alive. No, I swear to God, this was something.
He's a bad guy.
Yeah,
Bad-
he's got right.
bad
He has.
guy.
He's got Thorn.
boy.
The name of the organization is Thorn. It combats
scary,
against
dude.
human trafficking, and child sexual abuse.
Wow.
Kutcher founded it after learning about child sex trafficking in a TV special.
Wow.
That's awesome.
I'm imagining like he's like smoking weed like Kelso, learning about sex trafficking.
Oh, so he's participated in FBI raids related to human trafficking. Well, here's what those do. Those they rescue kids and then they just bring them into their sex trafficking.
Yeah,
That's how
true.
that works, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
He's got a spin-off company called Child Thorn.
I like that. Child Thorn.
Child Thorn is nice. That's I would
That
I would
rocks.
join that. Do you? That sounds like
It's just a bunch of pedophiles who made a typo. They're like, fuck, this isn't the right site. Yeah.
Child Thorn is
Well,
awesome.
what are some other reprehensible monsters we can?
I mean, it's literally everybody that you
yeah.
think is cool. Like it's like anybody that you
well,
think
I
might
also
be awesome.
after all that, it's like Louis doesn't sound so bad, dude.
There's also
Louis
stuff
just
that he's
jerking
done
off
we
on
haven't
the
heard
phone.
about.
There's
too.
there's
Like,
definitely I think like with all these people, it's like it's the tip of the iceberg, and you
Yeah.
can still think they're fucking awesome at like
Yeah.
the thing that they do. You
Can
know?
I say
Like,
something that's probably bad? All the stuff about Louis jerking off in front of people, I lost more respect from Louis from following him on Twitter and just hearing his political takes than I did in the entire my Louis fan. I was at his peak. I was defending Louis on
Right.
Tinder dates left and right, watching his old specials to remind, but now I just go on Twitter and he's
not on Twitter though.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
And it's fucking bad.
That's
No,
a
no,
fake
that's-
Louis.
that's fake
a
Louis.
fake
That's-
Louis.
that's
not
right.
real. That's
Louis
Louis KC.
Yeah,
It's
but
Louis-
it's
that's
the
not
same-
him.
That's not real Louis?
It's a fake guy.
No,
yeah,
it's this
not
trick
real.
somebody. It's literally just a guy who like is
Pretends to
mimicking
be
his
Louis.
account, and it's like he's like an NPC. He posts
Yeah.
like the dumbest shit ever. But it's not
Yeah.
Louis. Louis
Yeah.
quit Twitter famously after like what because he was like making fun of somebody, and then he was like, I gotta just get off this thing because he was like going after.
He
a
made
lady.
fun of like Sarah Palin or something.
Yeah, that was
He's like
it.
she has AIDS or something. He said something like that. He like got on. He said something like that, and then got on a plane and got off, and he was like in huge amounts of trouble.
Yeah,
Damn,
but Louis
that's
KC
wild.
is not Louis.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah,
Well, damn, dude.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
he's like
Damn.
a liberal.
My whole life is a lie.
Yeah, Louis KC posts a bunch of shit where it's like he's obviously
It's
like
conservative.
conservative.
Yeah.
No, that's not him.
No,
no,
it-
Louis
okay.
like is still a left wing guy.
No, it
Oh,
was
no
funny.
shit.
It was funny when Louis like wrote what was essentially like a letter of recommendation for Hillary Clinton. He was
Yeah.
like, "America needs a mommy.
Yeah,
It's like we need a mother
We
in
need a
office."
mother in the White House.
yeah, that was insane.
His whole era of like he knew it was coming, so he started like wearing a suit, like pretending like he was somebody he wasn't.
Dude, there's a
like,
very weird clip of him. I think it was on Colbert
Mm-hmm.
because I think he and Colbert worked together on the Dana Carvey show, where
Yep.
he and he talks. He's riffing with Colbert, and they're talking about how like traumatic it was, like working on the same set. And Louis goes, "Oh yeah, that's right. Remember you jerked off in front of me and blocked the door."
Yeah.
Like it's like, why the fuck would you?
Well,
Louis says that to Colbert.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Whoa.
why are you
I think,
even?
I think Louis was kind of like he was kind of manifesting the cancellation, especially with that
Yeah.
movie he did, "I Love You, Daddy," which is all about like Woody Allen
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Like,
I never saw that movie. Yeah, that's a curse.
well, you
movie.
can't. It wasn't released.
I mean, I have it on my computer. I still gotta
Yeah, I
watch
mean,
it.
it
but-
feels so illegal.
Well, didn't he release it?
No, he
later? Is it
didn't.
not
It's,
on
it
his
was like it's
website?
like screeners that leaked of it.
Yeah.
That exist.
Oh,
Like
okay.
he doesn't have the rights to it, and the company like won't release it for obvious reasons.
It's the craziest thing is that it's not very good.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
like kind of bad.
I don't know. The craziest thing to me though is that half of the half of those allegations were just like he was jerk. It sounded like he was jerking off on the phone, and it's like, what are we doing? This is just like
Yeah, I mean,
Hang up.
Well, I mean,
craziest-
like he was
the-
doing
the
it,
one thing
and like
hang up.
he admitted
yeah,
to doing
also
it.
yeah,
the-
it's not like just hang up. It's like
no, that's so easy.
I mean,
Hang-
he
if I'm
shouldn't
on
have
the
done
phone-
it in the first place.
Okay, but here's another
Don't-
thing.
Why
Okay,
are
hold
you
on.
talking
Okay.
about her like, yeah, you fucking idiot, just hang up? He was still jerking off
Okay.
on the phone.
Right,
It
but
doesn't
we're talking
make
about.
it not
I'm talking-
real.
We were just talking. You guys were just talking about how you all love Bill Cosby so much.
Well, but,
okay.
And that dude-
but
But we didn't defend what he did and make it their fault.
I'm
It's
not
like just
defending
don't
what he
drink
did.
water.
Okay, also, if you
The phone
set
one is-
set the phone ones aside, there's the craziest part of the article everyone forgets about is that there was a woman that he messaged on Facebook to apologize. He's like, "I'm so sorry about that time I pushed you into that like that changing room and did that thing to you." And she goes, "That wasn't me, but you you didn't jerk off in front of me, but that wasn't me. You got your victims mixed up."
wow.
Damn.
And so everyone forgets that part of the article. But like, so he's definitely, and also I used to listen to I listened to all of his Opie and Anthony appearances.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
admits to doing shit that's way worse.
That's crazy.
Than,
Really?
Like, there's one on there where he admits like he was living in a duplex when he was 17 years old, and there was a woman who was living as his neighbor. and he broke into their side of the duplex and like jerked off into her panty drawer or whatever.
Jesus
Whoa.
Christ.
Yeah. So and there's
Where was all
another
this
story.
shit? Like that would have been like I would have been like I don't know. But
Yeah, there's
Well,
another
who
story
wants to
about
go through like 900 hours of OP and A?
Yeah,
maybe
well,
just
I do.
replace
I know. Yeah, you're the guy.
Yeah, it's awesome, dude. And
That's
there's-
why you got this privileged information. You got a higher threshold than most.
Well, like I guess the thing about Louis is also it's just like he is just like so clearly like he's like possessed by his perversion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Still a
also
pervert.
like has like brain problems that go beyond like sexual stuff. Like,
Oh yeah, I mean he's a weird fucking.
he's a
dude.
weird guy, and I think that just goes into every section of your life. Like it doesn't just stop at like you being a weird guy in everyday life. or
Hold up,
whatever,
I'm gonna be
you know?
right back.
Oh yeah, Ben. No, to clarify. Also, I don't think any of us are like. It's. I think we all admit like we still think he's
Yeah.
really funny.
No.
I may or may not buy tickets.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
it's good.
It's
No,
like-
I agree. I think that whole thing. I mean, it changed how I view him. Definitely, it's like
Well, it does like all his like dirty sexual shit now.
It's
I'm just like,
crazy.
this is real.
Yeah.
Like, this
Yeah.
is 100% real.
Well, there's that classic clip where Obama's talking about how Louis is his favorite comic, and he goes, I just love Louis. You know, he says all these terrible things, but deep down we know he's a good guy inside.
Yeah.
And that was the old. And then you're like, wait, no, he's the bad guy.
Dude, this
he
is
says all these bad things. And he's a
Batty
bad
boy.
guy. Inside,
This is
you
the
know?
complicated thing about comedy is like the deniability of like, oh, it's irony. It's like it never is.
No.
Like I think Chappelle actually said this during his when he got his Mark Twain award. He was like, these comedians say shit on stage, and I'll tell you, they mean it. They mean it. And I'm like, yeah, that's true, probably. It
For
is
sure.
true, actually. Yeah. Which is not good for us. Like it makes
No.
all of us look very bad.
For
but
sure.
That's why
You just don't do sex crimes, you know?
Yeah, that it is
Seems
actually
pretty easy,
super
yeah.
easy. It's super easy to do that.
also it's just like how easy for both of those guys to get laid. Like that, it's not even like out of desperation. It's like that's their thing.
Yeah, they have
Yeah,
a weird,
he's like possessed.
they're
by, like,
psychotic.
an
yeah.
evil spirit.
They're
yeah.
sex offenders, you know?
Yeah. Him and there's so many weird Louis stories. Like him and fucking cause Sarah Silverman's weird too.
Oh,
They
yeah.
would they would get naked and throw
And
their
run-
clothes
and you're
down
like,
the
who
fucking
does that? Yeah.
And but like apparently they didn't hook up. It's like you guys
Yeah.
are freaks. This is like
just yeah.
like Louis. Yeah, no, he's crazy. I love have you ever watched Horace and Pete?
Yeah.
Horace and Pete's very good.
I need to watch all of it, but the one episode I saw was like amazing.
Well,
It's
it's
good.
like all of the show. Louis is so good. All of his specials.
Louis is the greatest show ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with it. I think it's like
I didn't hear about it. The pushing people into a. All I heard, I remember when that thing came out was the phone thing, and then the ones where it's still. I get it's fucked up because of the power imbalance, but where he asks before he does it,
Yeah.
and I remember just being like, why is nobody talking about like pretending that means nothing? Like even it's. I'm not saying it trumps the whole thing, but like
Yeah. No.
asking somebody if you can do something and then being like, yeah, versus just like blocking the door, or like
Right.
it's different.
No, yeah, sure. That's the argument. People love to be like, well, he got consent. It's like, yeah, in some cases he technically did.
technically did, yeah.
Yeah.
But
no.
it sounds like there's a lot of other shit. That I
Yeah, and the
haven't
women
heard
would
about.
say that like he would definitely like get off on the fact that they're like freaking out and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
It's gross.
crazy.
It's creepy.
Yeah, he's a bad guy.
It's creepy.
But the new
you
clip
know,
he released is pretty funny. Like, it's, that's why these guys like. I do think like part of me is like I feel this way about like directors too. It's like they should just like it's like they go to jail and you let them out when they want to make a movie.
Yeah.
It's like same with Louis. Like Louis, 20 hours a day. He's in the Hannibal Lecter restraints,
Yeah.
and then if he wants to record a comedy special,
Yeah,
he
let
can
him
go
out.
to
Or
Or
Madison
let's
Square
just
Garden.
skip steps. Let's just go right to death row and put a fucking Panasonic black magic in the hands of a murderer. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Just start there. Start
True.
with the evil.
Oh, see if they're like untapped talent.
Yeah,
they
I
did
like
their
that,
crimes
yeah.
before.
What if we just find out that that's the key to being a great artist is being a reprehensible human being?
Sadly, I think that it is.
Yeah.
I think that I think the Venn diagram there is actually, yeah. There's a lot of crossover.
So that's why we're, just reveling in obscurity because we're good dudes.
Because none of us are evil. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up in 5 minutes.
I used to smash lizards with rocks. So maybe I'll be
So Noah
mid.
might make
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I was like one of my most like antisocial like red flag behavior when I was little is like when I first figured out that you could like burn stuff with magnifying glasses.
Yeah.
I would just sit at the edge of our driveway, and I would just like set leaves and ants on fire for hours. For hours. Well, my parents wouldn't let me have a Game Boy.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe if you guys did
kill some
that, I wouldn't be
animals, yeah.
fucking out
I
here
mean,
killing
what's
ants.
funny is that the thought process behind that and the Japanese World War II scientists is like exactly the
It's
same.
exactly the same.
Yeah.
I'm worried about Nick. I mean, I think he's doing science, but he's hard all day.
So like neighbors would just drive by, like they would go to the grocery store and come back, and I'm still killing ants like in the fucking.
I'm worried about Nick. He's getting really interested in identical twins.
Siamese twins.
Yeah.
Siamese twins specifically.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you just fucking take a rock and you just get a fucking lizard.
No,
you
I
know?
used to watch my brother do that. My brother did. He at one time put a spider on hand sanitizer and then lit the hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
no.
we used to
sad.
burn cicadas with the fucking
I used to-
magnifying glass.
I used to pack slugs down into the end of an airsoft gun and then
That was
push
gonna-
it
You're gonna
That's
win.
crazy, man.
out. Dude. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I
Slugs
feel
are kind of like the spitballs of the animal kingdom.
you have to know, and you go, then later you just feel sick. You feel sick for like days.
Dude, I watched
and you
my-
don't
yeah.
know those feelings for real until you do them. That's
Mm-hmm.
part of being a kid, is you have to kill innocent things to find out that it doesn't feel good.
Yeah, you have to awaken the shadow. You have to harness your shadow, as you
Yeah.
would say.
I had friends growing up where they would straight up just like torture cats. They would like shoot cats.
Yeah, that was a little
that's-
far. From
Yeah, I
those are
couldn't,
the
like.
those are the ones. Those are the true natural born criminals.
The funny thing is though, these were like they were like by all their standards like normal kids of the neighborhood, and it was just like there's a callousness towards animals, or at least in my town growing up, that like horrified me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
No,
like
I was always kind of the
Well, a
same.
dog or a cat. That's
even
different.
squirrel. I mean squirrels. Like they
Well,
would like, fuck with squirrels.
my brother,
Yeah.
my brother and my neighbor got BB gun, like pellet guns when they were in high school. I was like in junior high, and I would always hang out with them and watch them kill animals and shit. But I was always like kind of mad about it. Oh, I was okay with because they shot rabbits and like ate them, which is just so white trash. But yeah, my brother when I watched him kill something the first time, like a real, like not a bug. And he had an airsoft gun, and there was doves that kept coming on which is so funny that it's a dove, like the symbol for peace. But they kept landing on our deck, and he has this fucking airsoft gun. And he goes out there, shoots a dove, and like, he hits one. And then it's just like, when you see a bird die like that, it's a gut churning moment because they're flapping all over the place. It's like blood on the white feathers and shit. And I watched him just like realize that he just like killed a thing, and he like cried after.
Oh,
Like a
Dude,
little
I watched
bitch.
my brother do the same thing. Well, it's like that thing where you don't really expect anything to happen.
Yeah.
Because my brother, he shot a rabbit one time with a BB gun, and I remember him thinking it seemed like a thing where he thought like, all right, I'm probably not gonna hit it, and even if I do, it's probably not gonna do anything. And like you see it happen, and you see the consequences, and he was inconsolable. It fucked him up super bad. So it's like what I'm saying. Like you have to kill things to know that it's bad.
Yeah, but also I will say that that was the beginning of my brother shooting things, and it didn't stop that. I mean, he
he got
really
a taste for it.
Yeah, I mean, he shoved his feelings down, and he kept killing shit. And now he's obsessed with real guns.
But
And
he's
he
also
said-
super successful, so
Yeah.
maybe that's got something to do
Well,
with
he
it,
sent me a
too.
picture of a fucking coyote that he just shot through the head, and I was like,
Jesus
"That's
Christ.
a dog. That's
is
a
a dog.
dog."
Dude, it was.
And he
we-
was like, "Yeah, I fucking got him. It's all like bloody." He's like, "I'm gonna have it turn into a rug." I was like, "Sick, dude."
I had a friend who flew out to Los Angeles to visit me because she was hitting a bunch of different parts of the country. And, oh no, she drove because she was like driving cross country with a friend. So she came out to Los Angeles to visit me, and we went out to Joshua Tree to like spend the night in the park. And Joshua Tree is like so cool. It's if you've never been, it's like one of the coolest state parks.
Oh, yeah, I heard it's fucking way cool.
Dude, it's so fucking cool. And
Yeah.
there's you can like see there's like a mountain up there where you can actually see like the Salton Sea, and you can see like part of Mexico, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, cool.
But anyway, in the morning in Joshua Tree, like right as the sun is rising, like all the rabbits are out, and they will just like hundreds of rabbits are just like hopping back and forth across the roads.
Damn.
So we're driving out of the park early in the morning, and she's like, "Oh, the rabbits are so cute." You know, she's just like, she loves these things. But we're also like driving on the road where like they're crossing as we're driving, and she's being really like, she's not being the most careful person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she doesn't want to hit them. And then we just like, there's like a thump and a crunch, And she just like we both know what happens. And I look at her and she looks at me and she's like, her eyes are like telling me like, do not acknowledge what I just did. And she goes, I think it's fine. I'm like, yeah, I don't think anything happened, you know?
I mean, he was probably like 80 years old in rabbit years anyway. Those things just fuck. They literally like have a litter of
They look
babies
little.
every
They
day.
looked like babies. They all looked like adorable, cute little babies to me.
You were talking about getting a picture from your brother. My second sponsor went into the woods for 3 weeks, and I didn't hear from him. And the first thing I did, the first thing I heard back from him after 3 weeks of him just being like totally no contact was he sent me a picture of a deer head on a stump. And it was like a grainy picture taken in the middle of the night. And I texted him back. I was like, dude, is this a threat? Like, what are you? Like,
You responded in Spanish. You were like, "Let my friend go."
yeah, dude.
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
fuck.
Dude, that's the cartels will do some crazy like Nat Geo shit like that. Like
Oh,
they'll
yeah.
put a head on the back of a tortoise and then have it walk into town.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's like, I mean, okay, those guys would make great filmmakers.
Oh, yeah.
That's an incredible. You're right.
We need
Exactly.
to put some cameras in those guys' hands.
Your
dude.
point. That's the next David Lynch, by the way. Is in the Mexican
Well, also
cartel.
the guy actually did make a documentary where he took people who had really killed people and had them reenact the murders.
Yeah, the act of
act of
killing.
killing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's what's that guy's name? He's so good. He made Heaven's Gate or no Gates of Heaven.
It's not that guy. It's
Oh no,
It's a
that guy
different guy.
produced it. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
That's crazy. I imagine the guys like in that movie. They're all stoked. They're like showing their family, like, "Look, I'm in a movie."
There's
And
a
they're like,
sequel.
"You did
Joshua
what?"
Oppenheimer.
Joshua
who did
that's
Act of
right.
Killing.
There's a
And
sequel
you're thinking of
to-
Errol Morris.
Errol Morris produced
Yeah.
it. I want to say but and then there's The Sound of Silence, right? Or,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which
The
is,
Look of Silence,
which is maybe even better than
What's
Act
that
of
one about?
Killing. It's like it's basically about the same thing, but it just follows one guy, and how like it's him and this other dude. They just coexist, living in this town together, and that guy like killed his parents or whatever.
Oh, damn.
And like it's a whole town of people. All this guy killed like everybody, some family member of everyone who lived in this town, and they all just like coexist together. It's
Oh,
fucking
damn.
crazy, dude.
Wow.
yeah.
Did he do it on
Yeah, it was
purpose?
part of like the Cambodian genocide
Yeah.
or whatever.
It's a cleansing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was picturing like Ohio.
No,
I
no,
thought,
no,
like,
no, no. Yeah.
I thought this went down in like Columbus.
No. I would believe it though. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I'm listening to a podcast right now about our involvement in Cambodia, and it's insane.
It's nuts, dude.
It's insane. That's a subject for another
Yeah,
episode.
you guys go on about how dope communism is.
Well,
just
well,
kidding.
hang on. But it was
Yeah.
they were like backed by like the CIA. Like,
No, I know. I know. I think a lot of fucking. But that was like Pol Pot, right? That
well,
was like the
okay.
Cambodian
Well, so I'm
genocide.
sorry. Well, I'm thinking of the Khmer Rouge. Yeah, you're right. The communists were, although, I mean, it's
Here we go.
debatable as to
This is the Nick.
as
I
to
know.
which
kinda doing
side
their own
was
thing
worse.
over there,
I mean,
you
the
know?
Khmer Rouge were pretty fucking brutal. Let's you know. We won't get into. I mean, Ho Chi Minh was kind of a cool guy.
You know how a lot of podcasts have themes.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be not that we need a theme, but if we ever do have a theme, it would be fun if our theme was defending war crimes or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just like playing devil's advocate
did
for.
that.
I think we
for
already
genocide.
we do that like every episode.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like we should
Yeah.
do what you already do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's
We
our
do it
lane.
well. All right.
Well, yeah, I mean, we defend leftist cool war crimes.
Yeah.
And you're like, Elon Musk and Louis C.K. are my best friends, and I
Yeah.
love them so much.
We should change the name of the pod to 6 million ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, I think that's the perfect note to end it on.
All
All
right,
right.
very cool.
All right, guys.
Good night, guys.
We'll see you guys next week. If you're listening to this, go watch us on YouTube, subscribe, rate the podcast on Spotify, iTunes, whatever you're listening on. Leave us reviews.
Smash
leave us,
that like
leave us
button.
good reviews. If you want to leave a negative review, I will fucking find you. You don't need to do that. My mental health is down here. Noah's reading Jung at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Ben is mentally impenetrable.
Yeah.
I don't think anything can bring him down, so he's good. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
Please.
At this point, we don't have enough of a base for negative. That's just cyberbullying at this point.